Man, furry conventions are so great, aren't they? Like, you get to do so much at them. And while it's a social event, you don't even have to really socialize. You can just hang out and, have an excuse to just go out of state. But for some reason, other furries want to ruin that. And I just don't know why. Hello, everyone. I might be Floof, and today I wanted to talk about something very near and dear to me, and that's furry conventions. And another thing that is very important, COVID-19. What do these two have in common, you might be wondering? So, furry conventions have COVID policies in place to keep the attendees safe from getting infected with the COVID-19 virus. Now, if someone were to fail one of these regulations, they cannot attend said convention in order to keep others safe. And this precaution, I assume, is not there just for the attendees, but also for the hotel. It keeps the hotel guests safe as well. Now, there are furries who seem to think that since COVID regulations and precautions are being lifted in other locations, that furry conventions should as well. Now, I cannot iterate how stupid this is, how stupid of a claim that is. So if a furry convention were to lift COVID regulations, it could leave them viable for someone getting sick. And it's not just an attendee, because if an attendee attends a convention that has no COVID regulations, it can go probably either way. The attendee could probably be held liable because they willingly went to a convention knowing that COVID was still a risk. However, if a regular hotel person, guest, whatever, old man on business gets COVID from an attendee at the convention, it's game over for the con. The con is now gone. It's bankrupt. It's poof, out of existence because one person got sick and got angry. And no, COVID is not gone. Just because it's not as prominent doesn't mean it's gone. It is a virus, a very quick spreading virus. A virus that can spread to a lot of people in a small gathering, such as a furry convention, such as any convention. But I assume other conventions have COVID regulations as well. So furry conventions 100% should keep COVID regulations for as long as they need to. I would leave it up to the convention if they want to keep it in or not. Now, if a convention does remove COVID regulations, I probably wouldn't be worried just because I'm vaxxed. I don't have COVID. I don't have anything to worry about. But somebody who doesn't, well, I guess they can attend too, but they could get infected. Which brings me to another point. If you're vaxxed and you got your card and the proof and everything, what does it matter? What does it matter if COVID regulations are still at a convention? Does it really impact you that much? Is it such a detriment to have to, oh no, I gotta present my COVID card. Oh, that's gonna take away a whole 2 seconds from enjoying the convention. Oh no, is that the problem here? Or is it that you can't be an adult and sign a damn waiver, hand it to them so they can go, all right, here's your con badge. I feel like the people that complain about this are the people that, certain conventions require you to print out the document and have it on paper. I assume the people who complain about COVID regulations are the same people who forget this thing at home, get to the convention, and they're like, well, your paper's not there, you can't attend. And they get pissed off, they go on Twitter, and then they rant about it and say, why do they have these regulations? It's not even permanent. COVID is still very permanent. And one person gets it at a convention, everyone gets it at a convention. Furry conventions should 100% keep COVID regulations for as long as they want. If it's forever, I don't care. I'm vaxxed. I have my card to prove it. And if they need me to sign a waiver to go, all right, I'll do that. That's no big deal. It doesn't just keep me safe, it keeps everyone else safe. That's awesome. In fact, I think it's great that furry conventions still have these regulations. To me, that seems like a form of safety. I guess people don't care about, getting an infectious virus. That was a bit of a video. I probably didn't touch on every little thing I wanted to talk about here. This is just me logically thinking here about why a convention would keep COVID regulations and why it doesn't fucking matter if they have it. Now, if they don't have it, if a convention doesn't have COVID regulations, you probably should be a little weary. Man, who knew that furries were the worst thing to happen to the fandom, huh?